All right, there's the very first cow to drink out of our new underground little water building. We learned a lot from installing these barbed wire underground waterers last year. So one of the things we did this year was to put the bar system in there to prevent the cows from having access to them willy-nilly, because of course they shit all over them, and then when it's 20 below it freezes, and then it's just a nightmare. They get jammed open and creates ice dams, and oh, it's just a mess. And then they freeze, and you're out there with hot water and chisels and trying to feel your hands, and just no. So what we did this year was we just built a little building over it, and we just turned them on about 5 minutes ago. These cows here are just drinking out of puddles, so I was hoping that I could entice this one in there to start drinking, and she did, thankfully. So that's good, because now she'll show the others that they work, because the cows were up here earlier frantically pressing on the paddles, and of course there was nothing coming out of it, so now they're just resorted to drinking mud puddles. But they'll figure it out pretty quick. And we just made it match the barn. So we put two of them in side by side, and we did a totally different heat tape thing with them this year to try to make sure they don't freeze. This is pure sand under here, so we're hoping that we don't have the drainage and freezing issues. We also use metal fittings instead of plastic fittings, so that's kind of a big deal. But yeah, there's the little water, and the idea being that then I can confine cows up in this area, say to the barn during calving season, and they'll still have water and they don't have to go all the way down below. So a couple little things we still need to do. I'm going to put some really nice gravel around this. That's on its way tomorrow, and we're going to take out that section of buck and rail right there and put a gate in there, because I know that when I'm having to remove the snow from the front of this winter, I'm not going to want to drive all the damn way around to try to get access to the front of this with the skid steer. So, but I just think it's very cool how quickly the cows learn that there's water there, even though some of them, as you can see, are still drinking out of the mud puddles. But if you give them a few minutes here, they'll all figure out that the water is work. And it's nice because you don't have all the algae and all the stuff that gets into the water. It's always clean, pure water. You don't have to fill it by hand. And I can tell you that of all the money I've ever spent on this ranch, the unbelievable gobs of money, the underground waters, the automatic waters are by far the best investment. So it's pretty cool to see number 11 there be the first one to take a drink. If you two dumbasses would figure it out, you wouldn't have to drink out of a goopy mud puddle, but I'm not going to try to stop you just yet. Go figure it out. All right, there's the new waters, and you can see the pigs are having the time of their life up here. So it always brings me a little bit of satisfaction when I watch the animals up here, because as much work and as much money as this farm is, and the inability to even break even yet, it's cool to see the animals be as reasonably healthy and happy as they can be. It makes a lot of it worthwhile. So, all right, that's what's going on a beautiful, for once, sunny day here in